I hope everybody's having a good night. I thought I would get on here and just kind of share a pipe with you and perhaps talk some football. I'm watching here the Buccaneers versus the Chiefs game. Um, Chiefs are kicking their butt for now, but we'll see if things change. And we'll see if anybody gets in here. We'll talk and have a good time. If not, I'll enjoy. I'm having my corn cup made by John Keller. He does amazing jobs and customizes them. I think I showed this once before. This is one of my pipes in the 7-day rotation that I have. And I'm having some San Espresso, warp San Espresso. This is something that I really have enjoyed lately a lot. Trying to learn this camera. Hey, same game on your TV there, Boris. Well, good, Boris. I'm glad. I'm glad you're having a relaxing night. I think your team won today, right? If I'm not mistaken, the Vikings did very well again. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they won. Hey there, Sam. Hey there, Lady Fire. Hope you're doing well, Lady Fire. You studying hard? And Todd, how are you, Todd? I'm glad. And my Gators won. Yeah, today was an unusual day because the Gators, played um, on Sunday versus Saturday because the game, got kind of delayed back. They were thinking the hurricane was going to come through here, but it didn't. So, and they won. They won by a lot. They played a lesser team today, and they won by a lot. I think it was 52-10, something like that. Football Giants. How did your Giants do there, Sam? Wait a second. Did the Giants play the Packers today? There you go, Lady Fire says, go New York. Well, like always, I'm going to put the link here. If any of you want to join me here on the stream, you're welcome to, and we can see you. Um, let's see. The ends with BH. Let me make sure this is the right link. And you can always join and, you can share a pipe with me or you can just sit and relax. All right, so beat the Bears. All right. Patrick, how are you, Patrick? How have you been? If you guys are smoking something, let me know what you're smoking. I've been smoking this for a little while, maybe already done with it, but let me see. I think I should have at least a fourth of a bowl left. Now, let me know if you can hear the game in the background, because if you can, then I may have to bring the volume way down because I don't want to be shut. They'll shut down the live if they can hear the game. If all you hear is me, then that's good. Then I have the volume on right. All right, so Sam is having a Missouri Meerschaum legend on a with some Havana Daydream. Okay, that sounds good. I never had. No, I don't think I ever had that one. Daydream, is that, does it have any cigar leaf in it, or is just the name is just like that to make it funny? I think I've heard of it. Now that I think of it, is that from Corner and Deal Havana Daydream? Okay, so you say you hear the game from your TV, right? Not from here. So let me know if you hear the game from my feed, because that means that I need to bring down the game, because if not, they'll shut it down. So Patrick is is cool enough in New York City, so he's enjoying some Sherman's American English in Aroma Lucite 673 KS. Oh man, good choices there. Oh, your TV. Okay, well, good. All right, perfect. Yeah, we're about a minute and 10 to go to halftime. Kansas City is winning 28-10. Tampa Bay, they have Tom Brady there, and he hasn't been doing well lately. So I think he's feeling a lot of pressure. Some people are even calling him to retire. Wow. Mahomes is definitely doing way better today than him, but it's Tom Brady, and I wouldn't count him out. He's already making a comeback here and trying to see if he can get a score before the game is over. Smarty Bob, how are you? Actually, I was seeing one of your videos today, Smarty Bob. How have you been? I'm late to the news, but while looking at some of your videos, I noticed that you had hip surgery and you recovered and you graduated from therapy. So congratulations, that's awesome. I'm a therapist myself, so I know how it is to go through the whole hip surgery rehabilitation. So good for you. So Patrick thinks Brady should hang up his football stuff. You see? So I'm not the only one there. Yeah, it's a great game. Let's see. I think I missed another. That's right. That's right, Bob. Last time we had you on, your wife came on, and what happened after that? Was she upset? She didn't expect you to be on, and we got her by surprise. That was actually pretty funny. I don't know if we got you in trouble, but it was actually pretty funny to see her come on. But any of you, again, if you came in late, Patrick or any of you, if you want to come on, I'll keep putting the link there, and all you have to do is you click on it, and you can join me here. We'll have the screen, and I can have up to 6 people here, and we can all people can see you. If you want to say hi to everybody and talk, then it'll be, they'll get 2 for 1 or 3 for 1 or 4 for 1. But if not, don't worry. I'll be here and I'll talk about a few things, and we can have a pipe together. Yeah, she she went back and she said, "What the hell? I remember that." Oh, yeah, I was hearing that, Boris. That the problem with Tom Brady is that I guess there's some marital problems there with his wife. I remember she was a model, something. I can't remember her name right now. Giselle, I think it is, and so yeah, if there's problems in the family, maybe that's affecting his game. I don't know, but he's gonna have to make a choice. I think he has made plenty of money now to retire if he wanted to. Obviously. So earlier, I started actually trying this, and I'm gonna give it another shot. But let me tell you, I was disappointed. I was expecting a lot because I like the Amphora ones, and I just bought this ones, the Black Cavendish. But I didn't like it. I'm gonna try it again. Give it a few days, maybe put it in a jar and see. But that was gonna be my smoke for tonight. Something new. As you guys know, I like trying new blends. I'm keeping a log. I started writing on this notebook. I was first keeping a really organized log, then I stopped. I had lady wife try lady wife lady fire trying to help me, kind of fill it up pretty. But then I started another one, and writing down every single blend that I've tried, and I want to have a really nice organized compilation of everything, so that I can kind of look back and see of the stuff. And last time when I hadn't even put the ones from like Country Squire, I was over 200, and I only been smoking a pipe since 2017, so only 5 years. But over those 5 years, I smoke between 200 and 300 blends. So I'm one of those that I like to try different blends. But once I have that complete, I'm gonna share that with you guys and give my thoughts on it. But it's gonna take me a little while to put it all together. Oh yeah, Giselle. Yeah, she might. I don't know. I don't know if she may have made more money than him. You're right. Too noisy over there. Okay, that's all right, Patrick. I'm just giving you guys the option in case you any of you ever want to come online. You don't feel that it's only my show. You're welcome to join and it could be your show. And if someone else talks, then I get to smoke my pipe more. When I talk, I can't smoke it. It's hard to do both. Yeah. So talk. Yeah, this is a corn cup. And if I can put in the camera, this is a custom made. This guy in Instagram, he does a very very good job. I think it's John Kelly. Let me make sure. And I bought this from him a long time ago. He usually puts out a black and white picture when he first makes them, and then he puts the color picture. Well, I knew his stuff was good, so as soon as he put the black and white, I went ahead and said, okay, I want it. And yeah, John Keller. So his initials are right here, JWK. If any of you are interested for a really nice custom pipe, I mean, he's are amazing. I had some other ones, but they don't compare at all to his type of work. JWK 2366. So that's his Instagram name there, and or if you put John Keller, Keller, you can see him too. But very very good job when he does his things, and you can see the application on it. Very detailed, very sturdy. He puts a plug on it on the bottom and to make it strong. I think you can probably see his. I don't know if you can see there his stamp, but very sturdy, very nice job. I mean, he does a great job with this stuff. They won't be cheap. I mean, they won't be cheap, but they're good quality. All right, says by the way, Rafael, Patrick, it's a secret. It's a secret. If you see some of my other videos, I showed what I'm doing here to kind of cover it up. It's not pretty, but yeah, I told you guys I was gonna find a way because I really miss it, and at least I can relax sometimes and have a smoke now and not have to worry. So yeah, I'm closed up in a room, and yeah, I'm in my new man cave. Let's call it that, a man cave. Oh, there you go. So Tampa Bay just scored. They found a way. He's been using Chris Evans to. Is it Chris? No, Mike Evans. The Evans guy. That's such a great receiver. It's just huge, huge guy with so much talent, and he's been advancing the ball just using him. And of course, once he gets to the touchdown, if you throw a ball up there, he'll get it for you. Yeah. So if you're interested in a custom cup, he does a good job. Another guy that does some pretty good ones too. He's called EMC Customs, I think, and he does a good job too. Yeah, Patrick. Yeah, look, keep it a secret. We'll see, man. We'll see how long this lasts. Can't promise you anything. Actually, along those lines, today I was kind of a little upset because YouTube did their thing and kind of sent me some kind of notification about a video, and I had heard from, I think it was now I'm blanking out, but the guy from Stuff and Things, that I think YouTube can detect when when you light up the pipe, I guess they made something now where they can detect the fire or something. And so they pointed out to this video down to the minute and the second of actually when I'm lighting the pipe. And so they didn't do a strike, but it was some kind of warning that that I had to label those videos as 18 and above. I usually do that, but I guess I didn't do it on that one. And so they sent me this email about it. And the way the policy works is if they actually give you a strike, you can post upload nothing for like I think a whole week. So if that happens during the Las Vegas pipe show, which I hope it doesn't, my backup plan is gonna be Rumble. I have the same account on Rumble, just like that Flat Cap Piper, um, just all together. And I guess I'm gonna have to make an announcement somehow so that people know if that happens. That's what I'll do. I'll upload it to Rumble, and at least people can see it there. Because if they do that, then there's nothing I can do. That's YouTube, and they have the rules. And of course, I don't agree just because they allow some of this other stuff that's worse than smoking a pipe, and you can see it all the time. But here we are doing something that's pretty harmless, and they're more strict on it. All right, so that's a good tactic, Bob. I like it. You make sure that your wife has a congestion that way she can smell it. Well, I usually and I'll tell you a little bit about the last blend that we reviewed. Usually all the blends, my wife really enjoys it. But this last one that we tried, um man, it didn't have a good room note at all. And I'll tell you about it. Let me just make sure I'm following here on the feed. And so at least in here, in the at least in here in the apartment, I'm gonna try to not have anything that has a bad room note. So unfortunately, guys, this was it. This one had the room note for the Give Me Liberty one was not good at all, and we had to Febreze the place. So the room note for what I'm having now, San Espresso, is great. Um, for them. I don't know about the Amphora because I didn't have her actually try that one and see how it smells. I'm gonna try this one next when I'm done with this one. Brian's Blend. This one I went to Smokers Haver there in Buffalo, New York. And we'll see, but I'm gonna try to keep it to the ones that have kind of at least a nice room note. Uh, and we'll see how we do with that. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Bob. And um, actually, that's one of the things I was telling my wife a few minutes before I came online. I really almost wanted to come here just to rant about it, and I said, I'm just gonna go live and see. But I was upset. I've been upset all day because of that. Because I agree with Bob. You can see there, you know, tits and ass, and you can see some crazy drug stuff, and you can see some, I don't know, some things that are just not. They're just not good. And then again, the pipe smoking, which really there's no really children or people that are looking to go and buy a pipe. This is a hobby that requires patience, and that you can just go and buy a pipe anywhere. You can just go to a store and buy a pipe in most places like a 7-Eleven. You can buy cigarettes, you can buy vape stuff all over the place. There's plenty of videos about that stuff. But yeah, but with the pipe, they're super strict. I definitely think that has to come a time where they kind of separate pipe smoking from the other smoking. But that's only going to happen if we have somebody in Congress or a president that loves pipe smoking. And then, I'm sure rules will change. But until that happens, they're kind of putting us in the same boat as everybody else. And that's all we can do, right? Unfortunately, that's all we can do. So, but I'm gonna continue to enjoy this one. Let's see, what did I do with my lighter? There it is. See, when I talk, it goes out. That's why I wanted one of you guys to come in here with me so that you guys can talk and I can enjoy it. There you go. That's better. So yeah, just gotta get ready. That's why I have the same videos uploading to Rumble, because it could happen that one of these days they might just take all these videos out. They're that crazy. Whoever governs them or whatever, they're gonna make up the rules. They can change the rules. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. They smoke weeds. Um, I'm telling you, there's some stuff there that kind of borders on really on pornography and even teenage kind of pornography, and still they're out there with, I mean, not even thousands, millions. Some of these have millions of views. Some of these people making, I mean, making really big money. I don't make money out of this, but some of these people are making, I mean, bucks loads of money, and their stuff is not any good for the young folks. Worse than this, that's for sure. Worse examples. They talk about anything that shows a bad example to minors, and there's way more things out there that show bad example than this. So definitely, I agree with you there. So, any of you, I know some of you mentioned your NFL teams. Any of you have NFL teams? How did they do today? Or even baseball teams? My dad is a big baseball fan. He's a Braves fan. I'm sure that's why he's watching. I think the Braves are on tonight. Uh, any of you are baseball fans? I only watch baseball now when it's playoff time. I used to watch it more often with my grandfather when he was a Cubs fan, a Chicago Cubs fan. But now I only watch it when it's playoffs, and if my dad is watching and if the Braves are there, that's usually when I watch. Oh yeah, they're on the bottom of the seventh there, and Braves are winning 5-3. They're beating the Mets. So that's another game going on. There's a video in there of all folks. Okay. Your NFL team lost again. Yeah, last time you were on, Bob, all your teams have lost. All three of them. But you mentioned three teams. Did they all do bad today? All three of them? Don't tell me that again, that they all did bad. Another thing that is kind of annoying that YouTube does is that, here I have 1,700 subscribers. And let me tell you, a lot of people tell me that when I go live or when I post a video, they don't get any notifications whatsoever. Even though they have the bell, they don't get a notification. So they want to be here, they want to have a smoke with us, but they don't find out until later. Most of them say, sometimes when the whole thing is over after an hour, or even 30 minutes after, or 40 minutes, or they come towards the end, because that's when they got the notification. So again, I'm thinking YouTube does that on purpose. All right, so the Colts got clobbered. The good news is that Notre Dame did not lose yesterday. Is that what you mean? Notre Dame, they play on, did they play in the week on Thursday this week? Let's see. Let's see here. If that's one of the Thursday games. Oh, what in the world? They only have Saturday games here. Oh, because they only have the top 25. All right, let me put all the teams. Yeah, the Notre Dame had a tough start, but maybe they're turning around. On Thursdays is BYU plays, and Friday you have UCLA in Washington. So Notre Dame doesn't play until Saturday again. Who do they play? Let's see. You know, every Saturday from now on, it's gonna keep getting more important and more important. That's the way college is. You know, the further you go into the further you go into it. There you go. Friday, come on. Oh, there we go. Finally, Saturday, October 8th. There you go. I hope to have my birthday's actually next week, so not this week coming up, but the next one. So this Saturday, I'll probably celebrate it. Probably be a whole day of football and maybe some board games. I like playing board games with the family. Mhm. Kansas State. I can I don't guess it's not coming up. So plays BYU, don't they? Oh, there you are. There you are, Matt. Matthew, how are you? Hey, Matthew, we all got a bunch of the games wrong this week. This week was, of course, I'll talk more about it on Saturday. But let me tell you, teams like Baylor, the Minnesota team, some of these teams they were not supposed to lose, and they lost. They messed up our picks. So, Matthew, I'm trying to find here the because Bob was asking about the Notre Dame game, but either I'm blind or I just can't see who the heck they're playing. Maybe I passed it up. So if you know for sure who they're playing, just shout it out. But I can't find it. Maybe they have a bye week. Maybe that's what's happening. Yeah, I don't have the picks in front of me, but yeah, you picked some correctly. Let me see. Actually, I think I took a picture. If I have a picture, I can tell you who came on top this week. Let me switch this up. All right, let's see if I can. So I know you picked there Wake Forest correctly, yeah. But just like everybody else, you messed up with the Baylor. And then you picked Clemson correctly. I think you might have been the winner this week because you got oh, you know the pick. I need to go back. I never knew who I forgot who you picked for the Kentucky Ole Miss game. So I gotta go back to the video and see who you picked for that one. Maybe I didn't write it, or maybe I have to see in the I didn't put it on at least on this piece of paper here. You remember who you picked for the Kentucky and Ole Miss game? Well, so far, it looks like you got everything right except for the Baylor one, because you were the only one who picked Purdue out of all of us. You got that one right too. Everybody else had picked Minnesota since they were playing so well. So if you picked Ole Miss, and if you were right, then you got 6 out of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you might be the winner. Let's see. Boris picked FSU. That messed him up in Baylor and Minnesota. And let's see. I got Ole Miss. I also picked Minnesota, so forget it. Yeah, I think you were the winner, Matthew, this week. Very good. 6 out of 7 good picks. If you pick Ole Miss, I'm gonna check, but I trust you. If you say you picked them, I'll trust you. I think regardless, you were the winner for the week. All right, so there I see you Todd, but again, it's you come on the screen, but you don't you for whatever reason it doesn't show um doesn't show your camera. I don't know why. That happened last time. See, it's all completely dark on the, over here. Maybe you're having trouble with the camera on your side. It did that last time too. Don't know why. Do you try to join also, Boris? Let me see. I don't know what is it doing. I'll check in a little bit. Oh yeah, Purdue has a good team. We've been saying it all week long. We were just going for Minnesota because Minnesota had been playing so well. Plus, the game was in Minnesota. I mean, so we were thinking, hey, they've been doing well. The game is in Minnesota. That's a no brainer. But there you go. There's my friend Boris. Oh, I like that pipe. What is that pipe that has like four colors on it? I like it.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, look at that. You do that yourself or you have somebody do that?
No, this is cranking cops,
What?
made by cranking cops.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That is really neat. Really, really neat. I there's another Instagram person I forgot that does a lot of that. They get the cops and they paint him up really, really good. They do some beautiful art. I think they even did some Star Wars ones. I almost bought them.
I got this from Stefan Skip Go early August.
This year when I go to the again to the Las Vegas show, and I hope I can show you guys some of it. I'm going to be looking for some of those unique, very, very unique pipes. Because I always kind of leave the show and I say, man, I should, because I don't see them anymore. And then, if you try to get them with all the shipping and all that, they end up costing way more than you can get them at the show. And also pipes from people that come from another country. Those are the ones for sure to get at the show because the shipping is going to kill you. You try to buy from them later. So, the guy from that island, Janos Kokinos, I think is his name.
Yeah,
He has beautiful stuff, and
from
every time
Cyprus, I think.
from Cyprus, I think,
I
yeah,
think that.
yeah, Cyprus, that's right. He's one that I'm going to be watching just to see if there's anything that I like from him because it's going to be way way cheaper at the show that ordering, and he has to ship all that stuff from later. He actually has now a nice, really website, really, really nice website that he recently.
By the way, that Koffer's Purdue game, Koffer really missed runs of that Muhammad.
Oh, Mohammed. Okay,
Muhammad wasn't playing, so he's their best runners, and if Koffers can't run, they just can't win.
yeah. Well, that definitely can make a difference for sure. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you there, Bob. There is Purdue. It is a good team. Um, every year they're also giant killers. They always beat someone that they're not supposed to beat or someone that's high ranked. They have that for sure every year. I usually root for them too. I like them. But I was rooting for Minnesota for Boris here. Yes, you're right, Patrick. Yeah, he did make the. I looked at that pipe. Yeah, yeah. He's a nice guy. I've met him, and he's very personable. He'll talk to you. And in the last show I saw him, he had a protege, a young guy that he was, I guess, teaching his craft, and there were pipes there, but that young guy, and they were amazing. I mean, so he apparently is a good teacher too. So Boris, someone's asking you how cold is it getting up there today? Is it cold already in
And
Finland?
not very cold. It's about 40.
40.
Yeah.
All right. So Notre Dame,
It was 50, low 50s
50.
during daytime, but right now it's like 40.
Yeah. So well, that's nice weather. When the hurricane came through here, we had a night that it was 60, so it felt really nice. I actually opened the doors and everything. But right now, everything went back to the 80s, and at night it's maybe 70s. So Matthew says that Notre Dame is playing, in fact, BYU next out at 7:30. Well, there you go. I'm gonna have to trust you on that one too. I don't know why I couldn't find it on my phone. Maybe the letters are too small. I just couldn't see it. Yeah, all his works are really amazing. Yeah, yeah, no, his works are just really, really, really nice for sure. They're unique. That's the thing of his pipes. He's just not doesn't do your normal conventional. He finds a way to use different colors and different shapes, and sometimes he builds a base, a holder from the same colors and materials that he did the pipe. So it's just a work of art what he does. It's really out of this world. So in New York, it's 51 Fahrenheit, 11 Celsius. Well, that's a nice weather for sure. So the game is in Vegas. The game, the BYU game is in Vegas. Well, that's interesting. They just picked a neutral site for it. I've seen that this year a lot, where the two teams are playing and they're picking neutral sites because maybe I'm guessing that means that they're not playing the next year or something. If not, they would do 1-on-1. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. And it's gonna be in Vegas. Well, let me tell you, this is becoming definitely a favorite of mine. I've been I've been binge binging it all ever since I reviewed it. He might I don't know. He might ever one day might take over the old Toby. So I think I smoked it all the way down to the bowl. That's another thing. It smokes really well all the way down to the bowl. All I have there is barely something and some ash. I'm gonna load the other pipe, and I'm gonna put some of this Brian blend for the ones that came later. This is from Smoker Haven from that place in Buffalo that I did a little video on. So let's see how that one does. Let's see. So Todd, you're still trying to get in there. I don't know why we can't see you. Um, you're still kind of dark. You see, Todd. I don't know why the phone part is what is not working. I guess on your end, the camera part. I mean, the leprechaun has a pipe. Well, that's interesting. Hey, if they want to hang around for the pipe show, that'd be kind of cool. Well, they would have to hang around for the whole week and a half. So yeah, Matthew, isn't this place the Smoker Haven? Isn't that a place that you go to? It's like close to your house. I think it is, right? Oh yeah, the church watering. Yeah, this is the Stanwell pipe that it comes with a long stem. Actually, let me change this so we can see.
That
There
almost
we
needs
go.
someone else to light that pipe.
There you go. It comes with a long stem and a short stem. I've been using it lately with the long stem. Make sure that it's nice and clean there. What was that, Boris?
I said that that's so long that pipe that it almost needs someone else to light light it.
Yeah. I have a pipe like that. I think you guys saw it in a live show I did with Lady Fire. It is super long, almost like that. You feel like someone else needs to help you light it because it's so far off your body. But this one, we'll see. We'll find out. We'll
Hello,
do it here
Steve and
live and
Kathy.
see. Hey, Bear Wolf, how are you? How are you guys doing today? Bear Wolf and Miss Kathy. So, who is it? Is it you or is it her? So, Bob, you have the same pipe and you like this the short stem? Oh yeah. Well, if you want to clench it right and you want to be more practical, then the small the shorter stem works better for sure. Don't feel sorry for Tampa, Sam. Maybe they won plenty last year. Maybe it's time for them to eat some humble pie here. I don't feel bad for Brady because he definitely has won a lot of championships. So maybe he can open it up for someone else.
I feel sorry for Tua. Every time
I know.
he got something to positive, but then there comes some kind of accident or injury.
Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna continue to investigate that. But it looked like from the hit on the head because it didn't look as bad as some other people that have hit in the head. That this was kind of a continuation of something he probably had, and this kind of made it worse. Obviously, you get hit in the head too many times, it's only gonna get
Yeah,
worse. So I'm gonna put this link again. Hello, Uncle Larry. How are you? Again, if any of you want to join, just like Boris, all you have to do is click on this link, and you can join us. Definitely,
follow
Kathy
me.
and Beowulf, if you want to join, I would love for you guys to come here and you can say hello to everybody. So I'm gonna put the link, and you'll see how easy it is. If you guys want to join, I don't mind. I don't mind it at all. The more the merrier. This is just an easy way. It's a lot easier than Zoom. All you do is click on that, and I'll put you here on the screen, and you can talk, and we can see you. And that way, you don't have to just hear my voice all the time. There we go. There you go. I minded to keep it on the screen. You've been hit too many times in the head, Bob. Well, what I like about the long stem is we just make the smoke, of course, a little bit cooler. This Brian's blend smells delicious. I love the smell on it. All right, Matthew. So you're going to bed in you're going to Boston in the morning. Wow. Is that business or pleasure?
To Perettis, I guess.
Was it you? Somebody mentioned. Oh no, it was from the Boston Scully flat caps. I need to look into them. Somebody mentioned to me that they're really nice. Business. Okay. Well, have a safe trip for sure. Wish you the best, and we hope to see you back. You're gonna be back by the weekend. Let's see. Somebody try to join. Yeah, Todd is still trying to join, but it still comes as a black screen. Man, I don't know. So sorry, Todd, that it just for you the camera part does not work. But there's the link. If you need me to put it again, let me know. But any of you want to join, just come on and join the party for sure.
Hola, Jose.
Is Jose here? Hey, Jose! Jose, join the party. Jose, you used to have a live on Sundays, didn't you? You want to join here and say hello to everybody? Jose, all you have to do is hit that link. Lo voy a poner otra vez. Dale al link si quieres unirte a nosotros. It's a little bit of Spanish there for you guys. There you go. You click on that link and you can join us. Did it go away? We're glad to see you, Jose. Are you doing okay? It's been a while. I'm having a hard time. This stay lit now. Jose's bed in bed already. A lot of people are ready to go to bed. Here we are, Boris. We're here like kicking it, kicking the party, and a lot of people are ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
That's okay. There you go. I'm doing good, Jose. I moved from where I used to live, and thank God for that. God was good. I was living in Cape Coral, they're close to Fort Myers, and that's where I work. And you saw the hurricane, how it just devastated the whole area. So I'm glad I'm not there. I'm a little further north in Florida, and over here, everything was fine. So again, I'm very glad that God protected me and my family, and everybody's fine. Yeah, that's the saying that Boris never sleeps. Well, I mean, it's Sunday and a lot of people have work tomorrow, so that's understandable for sure. Oh man, this is going. Yeah, very tasty blend. This brand's blend. I think they sell it on the website, but their taxes are pretty high there. So buying it at the store, I did buy it at the store. It was on the expensive side just because of the taxes, and that's nothing they can do. I mean, they can make any money because they charge, all these big taxes that are imposed by the state. Yes, Jose, I'll be in Las Vegas, and hopefully nothing goes bad. I'll be doing a live from there. I was telling people if something goes wrong, I'm gonna just do it on Rumble. YouTube sent me something today, and I don't know. They're like that. They might be shutting stuff down, and they just don't like pipe smoking. Well, thank you, Bear Wolf and Miss Kathy, for
Yeah.
coming
Good
up,
night.
and have a good night. And definitely, anytime that I'm on, you guys are more than welcome to come here and join us and say hi and smoke a pipe with us and tell us how you're doing. So the invitation is always open. All right. Oh, Jose, is awesome. You're gonna be there, so for sure, you're probably gonna see us walking around Friday and Saturday. But for sure, if you're still there on Sunday at 12, we're gonna be in the media tables. They have a tables for the media, and we're gonna actually be in a table and setting everything up there. So for sure, if you don't find me the other days, you should. But at 12, just go to the media table, and we're gonna be there. How about you, Steve and Kathy? Are we ever going to see you in a show? I would love to meet you in person too. So, guys, look at that. We're going to have Jose Cavendish. You're going to see him there. The show. That's awesome.
Good night, Matthew.
Good night, Matthew. See you next week. Have a safe trip to Boston. So I think that I'm gonna continue to be doing these things every once in a while, lives, whenever I have time. I know sometimes it's not good for some people, but it's either usually gonna be either like this, late at night, or early in the morning. It's harder through the middle of the day, but so I think I'm gonna stick to this late at night while I'm watching football, or early in the morning, maybe when my wife is in school. I can just get in here real quick and do a live and talk with you guys. I mentioned it before. I think they asked me during the interview, and I did on my introduction video when I started this channel, that the reason for starting it was because I didn't have anybody to smoke a pipe with, so I felt I didn't know anybody who smoked a pipe. And so I saw other people being on YouTube, and I said, you know what, if I go on YouTube, maybe I can establish some kind of virtual relationship, and talking to people and smoking and whatever. And that was my first idea of doing videos. Then it evolved into something else, but it was really just to have someone to smoke a pipe with and talk about pipe stuff with, because there was nothing where I in the little town that I used to live. So you sold your car to go to the show? So it's far for you guys, for Steve and Kathy. Okay. I forgot you're in Oklahoma, right? If I'm not mistaken, you're in Oklahoma. Well, maybe they'll have a pipe show close to Oklahoma. Yeah, definitely, Jose. So next time, be ready. Have
Of course, Jose. Of
have
course.
don't be have clothes on, and that way you do your hair really nice and everything, and then you're ready. You're ready to be on the show. Oh yeah, he's smoking barely. Is that the Solani one? That's
Yeah.
one that I've never tried. It's actually hard to get. So, at least here, some of the other ones, all their aromatics are easy, and I've tried, and I have to be honest, I did not like their aromatics, just because they had some kind of chemical taste. But the barley I have not tried, and people say that's actually their good one.
This is good one. And
There you go.
this is quite rare. This is only pearly.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, it was hard. I was trying to get him when I did the videos on the Solani. I went through like a bunch of I don't know how many I did, and I was actually looking for that one, but I never found this. So I just did it on what I could find, and they were mostly aromatics, and they didn't get my approval for sure. There you go. So that's Jose's favorite one. So Jose, you're gonna be looking for some on the show. So you know what? Remind me if you see some. Unless they're super expensive, I'll get me at least a 10 of it. And the other one was the Wessex one that people say is really good. The Wessex Burley Slice or something. That's another one I haven't tried. Everybody likes it. Okay, so there's one in Arkansas, but it's very small. How about the one in Texas? Is far away from you guys, I'm guessing, right? Because that's one that's gonna go on this year, the Texas one. Oh man, yeah, Uncle Larry. So you have friends there that live by the Cape Coral Hospital? Wow. Yeah, you better check on them. I know from the videos that the street behind my house that I was there, That street sign was on the floor, so I know that flooded. When I was living there, there was a big rain one time, and it flooded. It flooded the streets where I live, and so I can imagine now with the hurricane. I'm sure that that area was completely flooded for sure. In Sanibel, yeah, the bridge going to Sanibel was broken in three different places. So people, at least, the first few days there, they couldn't get in and out of the island. So, and that's a beautiful, beautiful island. A lot of expensive houses there for sure. So you're from Pittsburgh. Well, Uncle Larry, I don't know if you know, but I'm a Steelers fan. Me, Ghost Cubs. There's a few of us that are Steelers fan, and I saw they lost today. Good Lord, it's frustrating.
But the good thing was that they finally uh, played Kenny Pickett.
Oh, they played. Okay, I
Yeah,
couldn't
he
see.
came. He came. I think was it second quarter or something, but he came to play.
Okay, well, good. I know it was a close game. The game happened to be while I was at church, so I missed it completely.
Yeah,
I didn't get to see them this week. I'm trying to see. I used to know how to see the games, like like on replay, because I want to see the Gator game again. Was doing while I was at church. I didn't get to see the Gators, my team, or the Steelers. Both of the games were while I was at church. So I gotta find to see if they do they replay them on ESPN Plus, Boris.
yeah, yes.
Oh, so there you go. It's 8 hour drive to the one in Texas. Woo! I never enjoyed driving for sure. So yeah, that would be a drive. I would need a few breaks in that drive because I fall asleep pretty easy. All right, Uncle Larry, that's good. Well, maybe we have some hope. I know this is a rebuilding, of the team. I always thought we had great receivers, so we just got to build on some other stuff, and we have great running backs. I mean, I guess you just got to put it all together. It's not a bad team. So 38-17 here. Kansas City is beating Tampa Bay. There's still a lot of game left. There are 5 minutes in the third quarter. There's still a lot of game, but so far Kansas City looks like they're the better offensive team for sure.
Kenny was my favorite quarterback last season in the college. I
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, Boris follows American football. Yeah, he does. Boris was
watching the game right now. So
yeah, Boris was the winner last week of the picks. He went 5 for 6 on the Saturday show we do in the mornings. He was the best picker.
this
Looks
week
like this
wasn't that
week
good.
the winner is going to be Matthew. Matthew got 6 out of 7.
Yeah, this week wasn't that good.
No, this week, no, it was it looked frustrating this week. What happened? How about you, Jose? Do you watch any? What's the sports that you watch there, Jose? Now, Jose, are you in Chile? Is that where you're at? I keep forgetting if you're in Chile or in Spain.
Chile.
Chile, okay. I have some Chilean friends. You're not a fan of soccer, okay? Yeah, I know the Chile team for soccer is. I always root for them. I like some of those teams for sure. Do you follow any sports at all, or it's not your thing? Well, let me tell you, pipes make a difference. The first time I tried Brian's blend, I liked it. It was on a corn cob pipe, but I didn't like it as much as a lot of people really loved it. But today that I'm trying Brian's blend on this pipe, I really, really enjoying it. So sometimes you gotta give a try on maybe on some a different pipe of a different material of a different stem, and sometimes it works out. So that's
Some
not the
some
first time
tobacco
I see that happen. What's
some
that,
tobacco
Boris?
some tobaccos need to be open for a couple of days, but that was in the pouch, so I don't think it's with that blend. But like 8 state pearly, it's not very good right after you open the tin, but a few days later, it's really good.
All right. So you say the barley when you open it, it's not as good as when you kind of put it maybe in a mason jar and
Eh,
cellar it for a
Yeah,
little bit, make it get some
yeah,
oxygen.
yeah. That's at
Okay.
least with the 8 state pearly.
Okay. That's the exactly. Yeah, yeah, Jose. I'm with you on that. The World Cup, that's when I actually watch the most soccer ever. I go crazy with the World Cup. I love it. I buy those little things that you can put the the stamps, the player stamps, and I try to fill it up. And I really enjoy the World Cup. That's when I really watch a soccer or football. So I'm with you there. The filter, yes, yes. So what I do, Bob, is I've used it with the filter, and I use it without the filter. Right now, I have no filter on it, so it's a complete open draw. The 9 millimeter filter is not in there; it's complete open draw. And I just kind of go back and forth so I can try things differently. I've smoked with the smaller stem with the filter, and it also was nice. So far, it's been good no matter what. But yeah, I do kind of try different things with some of these pipes that give you the option. And some of them have that adapter. I have another Stanwell pipe that comes with a little adapter that you can go from the 9 millimeter to the no filter. Um, and I've done it both ways too. To be honest, I like the open draw, and I like filter. I think that the smaller the I mean, it just only makes sense. The smaller the draw, it's just I don't know. I'd rather have a bigger draw. That's just me personally. But for some blends, I do like filters. It tames them down, s- especially if they're high content in sugar. I definitely like to have a filter. If I know for a fact they're gonna be like that, then I'm ready for them. How about you, Bob? What do you do with yours? You use the adapter? You use the 9 millimeter? What is your style with it? So Tampa Bay is getting stuck at the goal line there. They're getting stuffed at the goal line, I must say. Oh yeah.
First and goal, they must score.
They must score. Yeah, they exactly. They don't score there. I don't even think they're gonna try for a field goal. They're just gonna go all four downs just to see if they can get it in there. Yeah, so you got your first church warden. A few, yeah. I'm telling you, I don't know. I mean, I think everybody should try a church warden at least once and see. Uh, like I said, for some blends, it may not be the thing, but for other blends, you're gonna enjoy more in a church warden. Try them out. It definitely makes it a cool smoke for me. I think that church water and aromatics go very well together. And this Brian's blend, I'm gonna make it exclusively for for this pipe because it's night and day how it tastes and it smells, and I'm enjoying it on this pipe that I did on the small corn cup that I tried it first. It's just not the same. So this week I hope to review for you guys that see my reviews there with Lady Fire. I hope to review the Cheriton blends. Boris, have you tried those Cheriton blends? I know they were available in Europe, and now
Never,
they just
never,
became available here in the United States. Have you tried
yeah,
them?
never tried any.
Oh, okay, but are they available where you were at, or they weren't available either?
I haven't seen them, but I don't know. I haven't looked after them, but either.
So Bob says that he does both. The long stem, no filter, but the shorter stem, I use the filter. There you go. He's a cultured tobacco smoker, so there is not much difference. My favorite pipes are Peterson with P-lip and filters. I have just one, and I really like it. I want to get another one, but I'm gonna wait until the show, maybe so I can see them and get a good one because unfortunately Peterson is not very consistent. A lot of people are saying even some of the latest one, the quality control is not there, and where you're supposed to have a nice even joint here, sometimes there's gaps. So I want to go to the show and see it with my hands and fiddle with it and pick one that I know off the bat was made really good. But I'm going for that exactly what you say. I want a bent, a P lip, filtered, and then I want a nice little band here, either something silver or something pretty. That's my hope. Do you have any Petersons there, Boris?
I have one Peterson with fish stem, but I think that stem might not be original. I don't like that
Oh,
very
okay.
much because I don't like that button. It's too big and too sharp. I think I have to shape it a little bit. And the other thing, it's an estate pipe, and it has been smoked. I think clan. It has a terrible ghost.
Yo, terrible ghost. Well,
Yeah,
and you might be right. If someone just put another stem in it, that may be the problem.
yeah.
So you don't use any so Jose says he doesn't use any filters. Yeah, it's a Peterson XL 315, a great smoker and clenchable. Even though it's the XL, you can clench it. So is it light or it's just well balanced? Because some of those pipes they just look too hefty, and I'm afraid that I won't be able to clench them, or my jaw is gonna hurt after a while. But you see this one, I can clench this one, even though it's a church warden, because it's light. I can see that, Jose. Well, I'm sure now that you're gonna go to the show. I'm so glad you're going to the show. Definitely have a budget in mind, first of all. Uh, don't buy anything you see at the beginning. You definitely go through the tables, look at everything first, look at it a few times, and even I can tell you from personal experience, the last day of the show, some of those smaller, pipe vendors, they'll give you a big discount. Last time, almost as the show was closing on Sunday, I was able to buy a bunch of pipes for way less than what they were asking for. Of course, if you see something that you absolutely love it, you have to have, then don't wait because someone else might get it. But uh, you're gonna see so much many beautiful things there that unless you have a budget, you're gonna spend thousands of dollars before you know it. That's the truth. That's the truth. And some people go for the tobaccos. Now the tobaccos are the ones that they go out quicker. Sometimes even the day, that first day, they have a, I don't know what they call it, some kind of funny name, trade something, I don't know. But then, they bring all this tobacco out and usually everything's gone. So that gets sold pretty quick, way quicker than the pipes. And it's usually those hard to find tobaccos. And like I think I told you guys about the Richmond Pipe Show, I saw that Wessex Burley Slice, and it was on the first table. And I said, I was recording, and I said, oh man, I have to go back for that. Well, I didn't even get down the first table, and when I just went back real quick and said, let me just, it was already gone. So that fast. 38-24. Well, they're making a game out of it. Only 2 touchdowns down. Can't
Yeah.
count Brady out. You can't count him out. Well, thank you, everybody. I mean, I'm not going to leave yet, but I appreciate everybody being here with me. Nice little small crowd. As long as there's a few of us, I think we have a nice little smoke and talk and relax. And it almost gives the feeling that, like I see Boris there, that
This
we're
might
sitting
be
in the
the
same room
biggest
having a
scoring
smoke.
game.
What's that, Boris?
This might be the biggest scoring game in this round. That Seahawks Lions, that was big score.
Oh, what was the score on that game? I didn't see it.
I can't remember, but it was 40
Oh, wow.
something.
Yeah, today I didn't get to see. So Todd said he got A State Burley and he's so strange states. Did you get the latest A State Burley, Todd, or you get the first one? You got the one from this year or the one from the year before? Because I like the latest one a lot better than the one before. So I wonder which one you got. All right, Jose. Well, have a good night. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate you at least coming by and saying hi. And have a good night. And hope to see you
Good
in
night.
another live. And definitely hope to see you in Vegas. Come to me, and say hi, because I'm gonna be the camera. I may not be looking, and but just come to me or Lady Fire and say, "Hey, it's Jose Cavendish." Yeah, Todd. So, like I said, do you know if it's the latest one? You can probably see it, what year it is on the can. The last one, I really liked it. Actually, I think we did a review and we gave it high ratings. It was good. I think I haven't been packing this all the way to the top because this is the second one that either I'm either I'm really smoking through these things, or because this one is down to almost nothing again. Look at that. I think I only packed it. I must have only packed it halfway. There we go. I'm glad I enjoyed this Brian's blend because everybody was saying good things about it, and I hated that my first experience wasn't as I expected. But now I know it can be good, just on a different pipe. Mhm. So I was mentioning the Sheraton there, Boris, because I'm going to review the Sheraton flakes. I think that's the one that we're gonna do this week if we can manage.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, but also I haven't searched that either. But
So
I'm
I
not
got
sure. I think it's not available, but that's more like a case.
yeah, we'll see. It might not be that good. I don't know. Since it just came out, I thought I'd pick one of them, and a lot of people are reviewing the rolls. I think Brian Beans 316 he reviewed the rolls, so I thought maybe the flakes would be a good one to do. A lot of people like flakes. Man, this thing smells good. I like it. I think I asked them on the video what was what they use on the blend. Now I can't remember what he said. I gotta go back to the video, see what he said that is in this Brian's blend. But it reminds me of Lane One Q, but less goopy and less less flavor. But that type of blend, like a Lane One Q, which I remember being one of the first blends I tried. I smoked that way down to the bowl. I never forget that I smoked it on a Chacon pipe. It was the Noel Chacon pipe, which has a green stem. And I remember smoking all the way down to the ball. I said, "This is neat. I like this."
Mahomes to Kelsey, that tandem works.
Was that Boris? Say that again.
Mahomes to Kelsey, that tandem really works.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Let me tell you, yeah, that's they know each other so well that it's almost like two kids that have been playing with each other, and they know how to in the backyard how the other one's gonna move, and as it gets closer, they sit down Kelsey, and then when they get closer to the end zone, they'll put him back in, and they got to be looking at him because they have those plays down there. There he's gonna about to come back. You see, there he is. Yeah, Bob, exactly. Yeah, lane 1Q. Yeah, dry it out, pack it, and you can smoke it all the way down. Yeah, just kind of makes, yeah. I think that's the key. Some people, every tobacco you can't smoke it the same way. You gotta learn about it. This one needs more drying time, or packing different, or using a different pipe, and you can definitely enjoy them way, way, way better. You got the Pearson Phoenix pipe. Oh, okay. I got one of those. I don't know if my shape is the 221 because I can remember all those numbers, but my Pearson Phoenix from the is exclusive to the Pipe Nook.
Yeah,
Is really good. I really enjoy smoking it. I've had all good smokes from it for sure.
and they are not pricey.
No, they're very good, very well priced, and that's something about the Pipe Nook. He does have some good prices on things, and some unique things. And if you like pipes, filter pipes, that's what he specializes. So he has the variety for the filter pipes. He also carries some blends that are his favorites, and um, I forgot, it was Captain Arrows or something like that. He has some specific blends that are pretty good there too. All right, I'm gonna have a little drink of something here. All right. Well, Patrick, we appreciate the time you spent with us for sure. And hey, the invitation's open. Whenever you want to come on here, be ready, and that way you can be live with us and talk to us. But be safe, okay? And have a good night. Have a great rest of the week. There we go. Another 3 points there for Kansas City. 41-24. They're making it hard. They're making it harder. So and now there were four. I think that's what it shows there, that there's four here. So we have a little smoking lounge, four people. We have Bob left. We have Boris. We have Todd. I think Sam might have left us, or he might be in the background there. I hope I didn't miss. And I don't know if Uncle Larry also, he might be also lurking in the background. Sometimes this doesn't show exactly the number is kind of off, because sometimes I turn off the live, and as soon as I turn it off, it says that there was 22 people, and I'm like, how come it only said six? There were 22. So YouTube is kind of weird about these things. So I guess this time is good. What time is it there, Boris? In your place?
6 a.m.
Wow, early in the morning. I forgot to ask Jose, but if he said he's going to bed, that means that it's late at night where he's at, or he might
I think
be.
Chile is in Eastern time
Oh,
zone.
so it's just like me. Oh, okay, okay. So that's not too bad. That's not too bad then. Yeah, it's early for you, Boris. So it's Monday for you there, right?
Yeah.
So you go. Do you? At what time you go to work? You.
No, I'm retired.
Oh man, that's awesome. That's like me right now. I'm retired, but it's retired for a little bit. No, not permanently retired.
uh,
That's why I can do this, because I'm not working right at this moment. But soon I'll have to go back to work, um, and see, what area of what I do I want to do in here. I was doing home health, and I don't know if I want to go back to doing that. I may do something different. I love teaching. I think that's my dream job, to be able to teach my profession, like in a college. But I will have to go back to school to do that, and I don't know if I want to do that. So decisions for sure.
Good to have options.
Yes. And I keep forgetting to play the lottery. That's another thing I should be doing, just in case I get lucky. That way I can travel. For
Yeah,
sure, if I win the lottery, I'll be traveling. I'll visit you in Finland. I'll go to the Danish pipe show there. I'll go Danish pipe shop. I mean,
yeah.
uh, I'll go to Thailand. I mean, I will travel, definitely. Travel. Just me and Lady Fire. We will be traveling all over the place. Our videos will be different. It will be traveling videos, smoking a pipe, maybe around the world. I think that's what I would do.
I was been once in Thailand. We went there with my now ex-wife. Uh, right after I was uh, finished my studies to be a nurse.
Oh, to be a nurse. Okay.
Yeah. When I got out of the college, so we went there.
Where have you traveled much there in that part of the country, or over here? Where have you been?
I've been your side of Atlantic. I've been in Dominican Republic and Mexico.
Oh my. All
Uh,
right.
most of the European countries.
Okay.
And
So
some countries many times, like in UK, I've been uh, somewhere between 50 and 100 times. I don't know. exactly know how many times, but it way over 50 times.
What is that again? The UK? You've been over 50
UK,
times?
yeah.
Okay, so England.
I
So
haven't been I haven't been in Wales, but I've been in England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and also I've been in Irish Republic.
oh, well, tell me out of those countries there, in that side of the world, not anything over here, but over there, like England, and which ones did you like the most and why? What was your best experiences there?
For different reasons, I I like England and Scotland really much, but I also like Spain.
Spain,
I,
okay.
yeah, I've been in Spain. I've spent for 3 years in a row. I spent a whole September in southern Spain. I rented
Oh,
an apartment and spent September there 3 years. It was around millennium. Millennium.
now September in Spain, I'm guessing was that hot because
Yeah.
Spain can get pretty hot.
Mm, it's not as hot as in August, but still hot.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that's nice that you got to go to those countries. So London and Scotland were some of your favorites. Then I would love to go to Scotland to see castles. All those places over there. I think I would do a tour if there was one of seeing different castles. I'm always fascinated by castles.
Yeah.
That would be one of
I
my.
haven't I haven't been in the northern Scotland, like Highlands. Never. Stirling is the most north part of Scotland I've been. I usually been in Glasgow and a couple of times in Edinburgh.
Oh, Glasgow. So
Mm.
that's the capital of what's the capital of that of? That's the capital, right?
Edinburgh is the capital. Edinburgh
The
is the capital. Glasgow is the largest city.
the largest city. Okay, that's the largest city. That's why I knew that name kind of you know turned something on my head. I'm like, I know that has to be important. Yeah, I would do that. I would do a tour of the all those places to
I
see the
feel,
castles. Now, is it better to go there? I mean, during the summer months because of so it doesn't get too cold, or is it different there? Going June, July, August.
yeah, it's usually warmer, but it's the UK. The weather can be anything. But
Okay. Well, I hope I can do that one day. That'd be kind of neat for sure. Oh, there is Philip. How are you, my friend? Phil Rivara is in the house. How are you? Usually, this is the time that you sometimes do a video really late at night. Are you working on a pipe? Are you making yourself a mushroom soup? I saw the other day you had something cooking there with soup. What you doing tonight, Phil? Hey, Phil, you want to come here live and say hi to people? All you have to do is click on this link and you can talk. I'll give you the floor. Let's see. There you go. Oh, you were doing a video chat with Roberto. Well, if you want, of course, if you're relaxing, you don't want to be bothered, that's fine. But if you want, you can click on that link there, just like Boris, and you can join us here and give you the floor. So Roberto was up at this time. Oh no, we're not talking about sports. Don't worry. This is not a. This is just a chat. We've talked about all kinds of stuff here. I just been happen to be watching the game, but you can talk about whatever you like. I saw one of your latest pipes. They all, of course, they all look amazing, but looks like another masterpiece you're working on there for sure. I try to win your pipe there on the show on that raffle thing, but I was not the lucky one. I think it was Desert Pine Piper or the other guy DDT. One of those D guys
Uh,
won the
Dan, it
pipe.
was Dan, I think.
Well, who was it?
Dan DDT.
DDT. Okay, there you go. Dan. That's right. Dan
Yeah.
won it. All right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Come on. Pop in a little bit. Join us here, and we'll talk with you for a little bit. I won't be here too long. Um, I'm already. I've smoked two different pipes, so I'm gonna have to look for the third one pretty soon. No, we're just chilling here. We might not even say much. We're just right now, fourth quarter, 7 minutes. Looks like so far Kansas City has it in the bag. If they don't mess up and do something crazy. See, this pipe is so long, I had to go over the microphone so I could send it to the other side. Well, let me tell you, the further down I have gone into the ball, which I this is almost done, but it just kept getting better and better. Very, very, very pleased with this Brian's blend from the Smoke Haven there in Buffalo, New York. Giving all kinds of shout out to those guys. They were super nice. I don't know if you guys saw the video, but both his dad and his son, they were really nice.
You got that from the pipe show.
Oh, there it is. There's Phil.
Ah,
Hey, there you are, my friend.
How you doing? ¿Qué pasó?
¿Qué pasó? Nada.
Oh boy. Sorry
You
about
miss
that. This was a new one on me. I had to figure out what was going on.
you see, but it was pretty easy, right? You just clicked on that thing and he just popped you right in.
Well, I had to give permissions and it asked me to enter
yeah.
my name. But by default, it just pops up my email, so I did that work.
Okay. Well, there you go. We're glad to have you.
Good to be here. Good to be
Yeah.
anywhere at my age.
Exactly. We count our blessings, whenever we can. I think just like me, you go to the VA. I went not too long ago, and now I have like four or five appointments coming up. I mean, it's like what they find something, and then you have all these appointments now.
Yeah, or they don't find anything and they want you to come back anyway. So,
Yeah, and then you like say like what exactly? When I didn't go, they would be on me saying, "Hey, it's been over a year. Why don't you come?" I said, "Well, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong." And now, I guess they find stuff so that I have to go this
my
month and
doctor,
next month. I have like 5 or 6 appointments. Crazy.
wow, my doctor said I haven't seen you in 2 years. I was like, yeah. When COVID started, I was here. Nobody would let me see you. Everything was hermetically sealed. There's plastic. There's tape everywhere. It was a ghost town.
You're right. You're right. They had all these stupid things,
I was like,
and
if everybody's dying, how come the pharmacy and the lab is empty? You know?
exactly. They had all these things, and they were so silly. Like when I would call them on the phone, the nurse said, "Well, if you have this, or if you have a cough, then we have to do all this COVID protocol, and you can come in. And I'm like, no, you don't. I've been a patient for years. This is because I have an asthma. It has nothing to do with COVID. But they wouldn't have it.
Same
They
thing.
could care less. It was for them. I had to go through the whole COVID thing, so I didn't go. I mean, I wasn't gonna waste my time.
Same thing. I had one video call with my doctor, and I could have took a Sharpie and colored my tongue any color I wanted to, and I'm like, yeah, I've got spots on my tongue or whatever, but
There you go. Yeah, I did a lot of those, a lot of video calls. Yeah, Bob, you're right. I picked that up when I was at the Niagara Falls, and I went down to Buffalo there, and I got that this smoker haven from that place. So, and it was by luck. I didn't know they were there. But on my last day before going getting on the plane, I found that shop, and let me tell you, I
I,
was glad. Very nice
I,
guys. They had pipes. They had everything.
I just realized I can see the chat in here, and so Smarty Bob had a couple questions. How old am I? 57. I turned 57 in July, and yeah, I'm so old. My doctors have all died.
Well, I'll have my 51st birthday next next week, next the week from the next week. So
I
I
like
was,
that. I wish I could have my 51st birthday again once.
I think I'm
Reminds
gonna
me of
stay.
Justin Wilson, twice hold shoot gun instead of a double barrel shotgun.
Oh my lord! Well, I've
I'm
really have
glad, man.
enjoyed this. The 50s, I think, has been my favorite year. So I think I'm okay. I'll stay in the 50s. I don't want to get any
I,
older. I like this ones.
I'll take it. I didn't expect to live past 40.
Hey, I take
And,
every month. I live every day like it's
and
my last. To be honest with you.
as a child of the 60s, the old adage was don't trust anybody over 40. Well, I apparently can't even trust myself anymore. So
Well, Bob is 76, so definitely, he's telling us there. He said the 60s were great. Of course, for us,
that,
the great years were the 80s, but that was just my teenage years.
60s,
That's probably why.
I would agree with Smarty Bob a little bit. I was just talking to Robert, and we happened to get memories. And my fourth birthday was July 20th, 1969. Watching Walter Cronkite hiding Brussels sprouts in my pocket on my grandfather's dairy, and seeing that Neil Armstrong had just stepped on the moon. So I
Wow.
walked out onto my grandfather's porch, and with my freshly 4-year-old eyes was squinting at the full moon, and I knew the men were too far away and too small to see, so I was trying to see the rocket or the lander.
Oh,
But
wow.
what I said to Robert is that's the first time I knew what pride was. It didn't matter, especially for Americans, but it didn't matter what country you were from, what political persuasion you were, what religious belief you were. That was a moment in time. The whole world was unified and felt proud and together.
Exactly. Yeah. And I miss, even I of course I didn't watch the older news as some of the people that like Bob are 76 watch, but even the news back way when they were so different than the news now. It's I mean, if you were to put it side by side, just on a 24-hour roll thing, it's just embarrassing what we see in the news now compared to what they used to be.
What's more embarrassing is to see people that were at the level of Walter Cronkite, like uh, Dan Rather, those kind of people fall into lockstep with them and go along with it. These people had their reputations, they had their careers, just like Walter Cronkite, and were respected, and they've lost all that.
Exactly, exactly. I wonder. I mean, maybe in, I don't know, many years from now they'll do a movie or something or some documentary, somebody with some big balls to show what happened there. I mean, something happened, and then all of a sudden it just became kind of, teams. You're either for this team or this team, and we just have to say things that appeal to this team, and not news, but it has to be part of the team, and that's what's a
There's a
shame.
whole. It's not news. You used to watch the news to find out the
Hi,
truth or
Cloudbreath.
get to the bottom of something or something factual that was going on in the world. Now it's just entertainment,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
and
yeah.
and it's segregating entertainment. It divides in any possible way you can imagine. It divides.
Exactly, exactly. If you put now Fox on one TV, or half TV, and then the other one CNN, you can see how it's just like, again, if it was like I said, the two different teams, one going at each other because you like, the Bears, or you like the Green Bay Packers. It's like, at least
And
in the sports they're friendly, but this is just
yeah,
completely, on bias. I mean, just bias, and
and
it gets tiresome after a while. I shut them
I
off.
mean, I pray to God that we're shining a little light in, and everybody that was called a conspiracy theorist these last few years, there's now a little light shining on it, and a little truth is seeping into people's minds, and hopefully they'll start looking at things and seeing it for what it is. I don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on; they're two sides of the same coin.
Exactly,
It's
exactly.
just a different approach.
Yeah, but back to what Bob was saying. I wish they would just tell us the news. I mean, just straight the news. Let the people make their own decision, but just tell us the news.
Yeah,
Don't
don't tell us what
impose.
to think.
Exactly. Don't impose your views on people. And that's what they do. Is completely impose. You can tell that they're giving their own opinions about something. They just, hey, these are the facts. Now you guys, make your own opinions about it or investigate. But it's not like that anymore. And that upsets me because, unfortunately, a lot of people, they believe what they say, and I mean, and they might believe something that's completely an opinion of somebody versus being the actual facts.
I'll start by saying thank you for your service. I didn't know you were a vet, but
Oh, thank you
you
for
know
your
what
service
it's
for
like.
sure.
And I'm sure you were given your age, you were probably towards the end of the Cold War
Uh-huh. Yeah,
into
exactly. Yes,
Iraq.
you're right.
I
Yes,
was
you're
getting
right.
out Iraq part one. You were probably through part one, part two, you know. But
Yeah, more
you,
more my time was more during the Desert Storm,
yeah,
and you're talking about unity. That's another thing that people that haven't been in the military, they don't realize. When you are in the military with people of whatever background, race, political affiliation, you're one. And some
it
of the
doesn't
people here
matter
don't understand that.
if you don't like that race or you don't like that religion. It doesn't matter. Your lives depend on each other.
Exactly.
That all goes out the window.
Yeah.
We're all
and
hermanos.
and you can respect each other's opinion and talk, and not have all this stuff that, that people have there, because at the end, hey, you were one team, and you had to have your backs for sure. Hello
That's
to
what I was
Cloud
going to
Bear.
say. Was civil discord is gone.
Yeah.
You used to be able to have a civil conversation, respect each other, even though you disagreed, maybe polar opposites, but you still respected each other and were man enough to express it to each other without getting offended or butthurt.
Exactly, exactly.
I'll hang.
I wish we had more of that, because I can, yeah, I can remember conversations with people that, within, my clinic there. I was always in the kind of on the medical side of things. I was a medical service corps officer, and everybody had different, but
Yeah.
we talk normal, and it was fine, and it was fine. Now you can't do that. People get so hurt and so
Well,
upset that you pretty
part
much
of
have
that
to be
is
quiet.
you have to have that attitude. If you're going to be a cohesive team, you have to understand. Everybody has to understand everyone within that team or
Hmm.
within that unit
Yeah.
or that plan, whatever it is, that mission. You
Yes.
all have to be on the same page, like
Yeah.
it or not. You know, if
Exactly.
if you and I are on the same team, you fall down. I have to know you. I have to know your job so I can cover for you, and vice versa. Same, you know.
Exactly. And you can let little silly things affect that, and that's what we're having in this world. That the people are letting all this political kind of taking side thing affect everyday life, and you see people even get into fights in grocery stores over the silliest things that you can imagine, just because they want to show that they're part of team A and not part of team B. So
I didn't even have haven't had television in over 15 years. When I kind of heard rumblings of some COVID thing or whatever, or grocery store shelves going blank, I went to the grocery store. I was like, I just wanted a frozen pizza. All the frozen pizzas were gone. There's a lady in front of me, younger than me, and she's talking to her husband on her cell phone, and she's looking around in bewilderment because the shelves are empty. All the canned food is still there, but the frozen pizzas are all gone. I was like, people, I mean, how do you think like this? If you lose power and there's whatever, guess what perishes first? The frozen shit. you know? Yeah, But she got off the phone and she said, "People are so selfish." I said, "Yeah, it's bewildering." you know?
Well, today I went to the store and guess what? There was none of it is milk. So, I guess hurricane, for whatever reason, people thought milk. There was nothing, not a single milk that had to do with cows. Now, there was lactose free and almond milk, and all those were still there, the healthy
Yeah,
stuff. But the real milk,
I
none,
all the
not even
milk.
one.
I went to buy half and half for my coffee the other day. I ran out of half and half, so I went to the grocery store and I saw half and half. So I grabbed it, came home, made some espresso, poured it in, put the sugar in. Tasted. I was like, "Oh, this doesn't taste right." And I looked at the carton. It said fat free half and half. I was like, "How can it be half and half if it's fat free?" That
That's
that
right.
that makes no sense. So I ended up having to cut a slice of butter off and put butter in my coffee to get the fat content in the.
I know it's ridiculous. Like you said, people get all crazy. I remember with the toilet paper thing. I never understood that, where people took all the toilet paper. That was just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I
Also,
saw that, and the bottled water, and but bleach. If you want bleach, it has a sign right there. It says ask one of the cashiers. I was like, oh my god.
yeah, they wanted to clean all the surfaces, so they took out all the bleach. I remember that too.
And,
Oh,
and I had the guy, he said, cashier's asking me, "How are you doing?" I said, "I'm pretty good." And he's wearing a mask, except for all this bullshit. I'll be happy when this is over and this plexiglass comes down. He said, "Oh, we spray it 3 times a day." I said, "Well, that doesn't mean shit unless you've got magic elves under there spraying that little thing that moves your groceries along every time it moves. That's no point." you know? Do you turn
exactly.
on disinfecting sprinklers every night? I mean that there's no point.
No, it was dumb. I remember the dumbest thing was having all the glass thing on the on the gas stations and whatever, and then you still hand them the stuff. They're touching it, and then they give it back
Yeah.
to you. So what was the
Or,
whole
or they're
point of the
wearing a
glass?
glove and then they wipe their face. I was like, what's the point?
All this glass and everything, and still they touch it, they give it back to you just like it was before. So it's all silliness. Some a
Eat.
lot of people made money making those glass things that
I
everybody had to
mean, at
have.
that time, I was like, oh my god, I've totally overlooked the plexiglass industry. I should have been in this industry.
Yeah, yeah, they
One
made a
little sheet
lot
of
of money.
plastic, I'm sure they charged them $200 for it.
They made a lot of money because it was a requirement and everybody had to have it for sure. Exactly. Yeah, they didn't
Etsy,
sanitize the money either, Cloud Bear. You're right.
Etsy, eBay, everybody started selling hand knitted face masks. Everybody started selling little bottles of isopropyl alcohol.
Hmm.
A lot of people made money
I
on
know.
that.
If I was business savvy, I would have made some money because everybody was buying that like crazy. Yeah, and you don't have to spend that much on that, and you could make all profit pretty much on it. So Cloud Bear,
Yeah,
I'm so happy to hear that that you're gonna share some of that blend with you. Cloud Bear is talking about some blend here that he made with coffee, and I just been really enjoying this San Espresso one. I can't wait to try yours. I'm gonna see if I can bring to the show the one that I made with latakia and raspberry. Maybe I can put it in small bags and give it to people too because I've enjoyed it. It's nothing better than having something that somebody made like kind of special, especially if it's good. So, Phil, do you ever go
I
to any of
heard.
the shows?
Do I do any what?
Do you go to any of the shows? Any of the pipe
As
shows?
I'm going to Vegas.
Oh, so we'll see you there too. Awesome, awesome. Yes,
And I keep calling you Flat Cap. What is your name?
Raphael, Raphael.
Raphael.
Yeah, I'll write it in
Jose's
here.
gonna be there.
Yeah, Jose's gonna be there.
Yeah.
He was just here a few minutes ago. He told
Jose's
me
gonna
so.
be bunking with me.
Oh,
And
I
I'll
didn't know
just take
that.
the floor and let him have the bed, but he's bringing a sleeping bag, he's taking the floor.
I didn't know he's bunking with you. He was just here just a few minutes ago talking to us. So that's awesome. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
Jose's a cool guy. So every when he has time we geek out talking about photography and lenses and equipment. So
Okay. Well, man, I'm looking forward. I think this out of the ones that I've been to, I think this is the one that I'm gonna meet the most people. Both Richmond and Columbus, I met a lot of the YTPC people and new people, obviously. But I think from what I hear, I mean, it's over 30 already that, kind of the ones that we know each other from the YTPC that
by
are going to
my
be there.
count and one two are coming. One had mosquito fire and went back to his house, and now he's sick, so he's not going to be able to make it. Uh, but by my count, the YTPCers I know, I think there's like 10, they're close to 40.
Yes. Wow. That's even better. That's even better.
And the
Wow.
social media room was a stroke of genius. I mean,
Yeah.
in this day and age, that will make a huge difference. And from what I could see, all the rooms sold out. They had to book more rooms.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially the ones on the 14th floor. That was sold out. By the time I even got to it, I was sold out. So I won't be on the 14th floor, but I'll be at the palace. I'll be at the same place. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was sold out. It was sold out really, yeah, not and really quick. So
I was booking my tickets trying to be cheap, and I think Chad was doing the same thing. They were disappearing in front of my eyes in real time. So I was like, boom, I got to get this, I got to get that.
I know, I know.
So I'm
The
I'm
play,
leaving here at like 3 or 4 in the morning, getting there at 7:30, and then I'm not leaving till like 9:30 or 10 o'clock at night after everything's over.
well, I think you're gonna be like me. I actually gonna be leaving on a Friday morning, like really early, like at 7 in the morning to get there Friday, and then Sunday my plane leaves like at 10 at night. So and then I get here to Florida like at 6 in the morning. So yeah, it's gonna be one
So
of those crazy things.
we can all hang out in Southwest Airlines and flip each other off as we depart. So
Oh, that's right. That's
I,
right.
I apologize to you and your chat if you're not familiar with me. I just say what I think.
No, no, this hey, I have no rules here. I believe everybody is entitled to their opinion. And just like we were talking about, everybody needs to respect that. And that's just the way it is. I have no problem, whatever. Well,
I
so
learned
Clap
from
Bear,
my Nona. She was 98 years old, and she said I spent enough of my time saying yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. That I'm in Italian, freaking 93 years old. I'm going to say whatever I want to say now.
that's right. That's right. Hey, in my profession, I have a lot of my patients that were like 90 and in the hundreds, and it's hard to tell somebody like that, anything what to do, because they will tell me, hey, look, I already done whatever I want to do. Just leave me alone. I don't want any therapy. I just want to be left alone. And I had
I'm
to
old
say,
enough. I
you're right.
realize I'm not getting out of this alive. Just leave me alone.
And I say, okay, I think you're right. I never forget this lady. I was trying to get her to, I don't know, to get her, active, and I saw that, she had a lot of canning, those old timey canning things where you did a lot of canning. So I asked her if she wanted to do some of that, and she said, "Nope, I've done enough canning all my life. I'm done with
Yeah,
canning.
yeah.
Leave me
Been
alone in
there,
my
done that.
sofa."
Yeah.
Oh man! So Cloud Bear
I
was
have to
telling
say,
me that he says that he's
gracias.
in Area
I
51.
appreciate the opportunity
Oh,
to pop in here. This is fun.
yes, thank you, Phil. I was mentioning Cloud Bear says he's in Area 51. Is that true, Cloud Bear? Are you joking around? That's pretty. That's pretty. That's you live close to Area 51, probably.
Cloud, Cloud, Cloud Bear lives in Pahrump.
So this shouldn't be a big trip for you then. You're very close there in Vegas.
You, Cloud Bear bought out Art Bell's property after he moved to the Philippines.
Near it. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to meeting you there. Definitely. Like I've been telling everybody since I'm gonna be recording stuff. Just come to us, tap me on the shoulder, and say, "Hey, I'm so and so," and that way, because some of you I haven't seen. Like feel like I can see him there, what he looks like. But if I never seen you, I wouldn't know. So definitely tap me up, and then that way we can meet. My wife, Lady Far, she's gonna have to get a big gift for being a big trooper, because I think this weekend is gonna be mostly all piping stuff. And last time we got to go traveling and go to some other places when we went to Columbus and Richmond, but that's not gonna be the case in Vegas. We won't have much time to do many things. It's gonna be pretty much piping. That's it. 65 miles. Oh man, that's just an hour. That's all. That's a quick trip for sure. Man, if I was that close to Vegas, that'll be dangerous, because I actually like gambling. I'm not gonna do any gambling probably that weekend, but I love I used to do poker playing, even online a little bit, and I've done some in Vegas before. I love poker. That's one of my favorite games ever, and I just love all the little gambling things. I find them fun. Of course, you usually lose money, but it's part of the fun.
How do you lose money?
Usually, when I gamble, unless I'm playing poker, that's pretty much the only thing that I've actually won money. But if I
Huh.
play any of the other stuff, I usually lose, and I know I'm going to lose, so I already kind of have a budget that I'm going to lose this much and have fun.
That I hate casinos. I cannot stand. I have seen people had a girlfriend that would gamble and go to casinos with her, and my former business partners, his dad would come home was like, they would say, "Where's mom?" And they'd call me, and we'd have to go drive up to Reno from Sacramento and drag their mom back because she wouldn't leave the casino. So
Wow,
I
yeah.
always took 50, maybe $100 with me, and credit cards, everything. I left at home. I was like, nope,
Yeah.
you know,
Because
because
if not, you're
I'm
tempted to go
competitive.
to the
I hate
ATM and
losing.
get more money. I've done
So
that.
I don't take more than I'm willing to lose. Although
Well,
one time, I went up with a whole bunch of business partners, and I went to the ATM. And this is like one of the first times I ever went to the casino, and I asked for $20. It gave me 100. So I asked
oh,
for another $20. It gave me another 100.
what?
I asked for another $20. It gave me another 100, and it came with the printed receipt. So and then my friends are playing uh, roulette, Pai blackjack. I went and told them. Everybody went and played the ATM machine instead of the table,
Yes.
and then we got the hell out of there.
That's the best gamble ever. I would have left for sure. Yes.
But I say, I have a receipt. It's a printed receipt right here. I don't care what you say, what the video cameras say. I have a printed receipt.
That's what I do, especially in poker, because the longer you stay there, the more risky it gets. But once I
Yeah,
make 300 to 500, if I'm playing and I know that the group is not that good, I leave because eventually I'll lose it, or someone else gets lucky, and so
they,
once
they
I've made that much, I'm gone.
the rule is. I mean, the casinos have spent a lot of money initially, and they figured it all out. They know what the odds are.
Oh
You
yeah,
play the same way the dealer plays.
yeah.
If
They
the
know the
dealer
odds
has
are
to
that the
hit,
longer you
you
stay
hit.
there, you're gonna lose. That's that's what the odds
If
are.
the dealer has to stay, you stay. You know,
Yeah,
then you're
yeah,
playing the same game they're playing, which they've already figured out.
yeah. Exactly. No, this time I don't think I'm gonna do much of that. And again, I mean, of course, I'm happy that Lady Fire's with me because she likes to do stuff. We like to do stuff together. But she'll have a smoke with us and all that. But it's not fair to have her stay with us the whole time. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm
I
looking
think
forward
that's
to it.
gonna
I'm looking forward to it,
be.
especially the Saturday time. I think that's when I'm gonna have the most fun.
I'm a little apprehensive because I'm not really comfortable in big crowds in a casino environment. You know, it's kind of like being a postal clerk on an aircraft carrier.
Yeah,
3,000 people are coming up saying, "Hey, Phil, what?" And I was like, "Who are you?" No,
right.
no.
That's right.
Or like if you're the doctor or the medic, everybody knows your name. Yeah, how do I know you?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I do okay. I like the one on ones, but if there's a big crowd and at least they're talking about something I know that I can contribute, that I'm okay with it. But yeah, sometimes it can be overwhelming for sure. So, the
I mean,
biggest problem.
see me being a total ass. That's because I'm outside my comfort level with whatever number of people are there. So I'm going all Jim Carrey for it. You know?
That's when we know you had it. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. That's probably I have also my tolerance level too in terms of getting tired, because I'm one of those people that I enjoy an afternoon nap. So if I see that I'm kind of winding down, I take my nap, go to the hotel, take my nap, and then come back down and do a
I,
second half.
I've been doing that the last 2 years, and typically they're like, I get to a certain stage on a pipe or whatever I'm working on. It might be 12 o'clock. It might be 3 o'clock. 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and then I'm back up and I'm back out.
Yeah.
Siesta.
So boss talking about the movie Casino. Yeah, that's a great movie. Definitely enjoyed it. Someone here last time I was told me about a movie for this time, kind of a horror movie, and it had to do with a werewolf, and it was a movie I never heard about. And it's called Wolf of oh wait, not Sleepy Hollow, Sleepy Snow. Um, no, Wolf of Snow Hollow. That was the name of it. Wolf of Snow Hollow, and it actually was a pretty good movie. I saw it last night, and it was a good movie. If you like those type of movies, it's a little different, but I enjoyed it. What are you? Any of you guys have favorite movies around this time of the year to watch? If you like that genre of being kind of a little on the dark side, or werewolf type
Not
vampire.
my thing.
Was that Boris?
Not my thing at all.
No, you think that's the way my brother is. My brother, no scary movie, nothing having to do with spiders. He forget it. That's a no for him.
When I was
I
young, I liked scary movies like Pinhead or Alien, or I don't have
Yeah.
a problem with the Alien movies,
Uh huh.
but just scary stuff like Friday the 13th. How many times has they said this is the end? And
Yeah,
here we are 30 years later, and it's the end again. No, that son of a bitch is going to come back.
I know. All those movies, this see the first one and that's it. They need to just go on and make something different because when they continue, it just gets repetitive or
My
stupid after a while.
first date with a girl, we went to see a movie, and it was sold out. So I went for the next one that everyone was going for, which was, was it
Right, my
Poltergeist?
battery is about to die, so I'm going inside. So see you next time.
Okay, Boris.
Oh, okay. All right. Your phone is about to die. Okay, Boris. Thanks for joining
Okay.
us.
Yeah.
Okay,
Definitely.
Boris. I think it was Poltergeist, where or the entity or something like that. But the actress is laying in bed, and next thing you see these invisible hands pulling the sheets off her, and she's naked, and I'm sitting next to this first date I've ever had in my life as a teenager. And I'm like, oh my god, and she's Chinese, traditional Chinese. And I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah,
oh
that's
my
that's
god.
another thing with those movies, especially during that certain period of time that they all included some kind of nudity or sex, and yeah, you felt bad if you were with somebody else for sure. And that's one thing I don't like. I don't like when they kind of that's the emphasis of the movie. If the movie is supposed to be scary or whatever, I want that to be the emphasis, not the
Yeah,
other
I
stuff.
mean,
Or if it's supposed to be funny.
you can, I mean, like there's a difference between being crude. You can get the idea across without making it visual or the profanities. It's the
Exactly, exactly,
imagination that makes it interesting or funny. You don't have
exactly.
to make it graphic.
Exactly. And then on the other point there, the other thing that's happening with some of the horrors, and these are the ones that I don't watch, are they just trying to make it gory? Let's see who can upend everybody else and make it the goriest, most goriest thing ever. And if they don't have a story, if they don't have a plot, those movies are just empty. And I don't like those movies either. They're just
And part
shallow.
of the
I like
problem
a
with
good
that is
story.
for the young people that watch it, it desensitizes them. These are people that haven't been in war, haven't been in the military, haven't been in a combat. It desensitizes.
Yeah, they think that's of course in the movies normal, but they were to see that in real life happening, they will be in
Yeah.
for a big surprise how that is
You
not
smell the
the thing.
blood, the sulfur, the bowels. That's something that sticks with you your entire life.
Yeah, and you're right. It desensitizes them for sure. So yeah, again, another thing that we just like the news that some of these movies are not like they were before, and even some of the older movies in black and white, they had amazing stories, an actual plot,
I
something actually written,
yeah.
words.
I asked my mom when I was a child what was or when I was a teen what was the scariest movie she saw, and she said Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Yeah, I haven't even seen that one, but let me tell you, I've enjoyed some of the
You can
older
watch
stuff
it on
better.
YouTube. It is so ridiculous. I mean,
Yeah, I
it's
think
like
there's
the
one
Blob.
about the killer clowns too, Attack of the Killer Clowns. Some of these movies, yeah, they were so ridiculous. They were entertaining for
Yeah,
sure.
I don't like clowns. I don't like clowns. I don't like dolls. Chucky, those. No.
Yeah, those things really mess you up because then you're thinking of those that I don't have any here, but if they were just laying around in the house, that it just gets creepy because you've seen those
Yeah.
movies and you're like, oh, am I gonna have a possessed doll?
If I had any, I'd be chopping them up with the Husqvarna chainsaw and burning them.
So Bob was talking about the Lord of the Rings movies and all that, and yeah, Bob, they're not for everybody. They actually, I find that the language is because this guy was a linguist, J.R. Tolkien, is so complicated, and some of the places are just even hard to even say or pronounce that it takes away from the enjoyment. I have to have subtitles on, and even though I think they're, in terms of visually, they're great movies, the story, everything, the world that he created, they are very complicated to kind of follow. Now they have the new thing going called the Rings of Power, and again, it's so much difficult language and worlds with names that you can't even pronounce. That just makes it not for
The
everyone,
Rings
for
of
sure.
Power, and then there's another one from what's the other one on a similar genre? There's two of them
Oh,
going on at the same
yeah,
time right now.
House of the Dragons from the Game of
Yeah,
Thrones. Yes.
and both of those, the House of Dragon, Game of Thrones, I can see that, so there's the prequel, and the Rings of Power is kind of a prequel, and
Yeah.
I thought I saw one of the writer's descendants in the initial credits had the
Could
same
be.
name,
Could be.
but and everybody's talking about the main character was kind of flat, and well, now it's kind of explaining itself.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
you have to realize J.R.R. Tolkien was a World War One veteran, and a lot of what he did was his own therapy. He portrayed this picture in a fantasy world based on his experiences from World War One.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, let me tell you, it's very complicated. He created
Yeah,
their own language for the elves, and we're talking about somebody with a great mind. So it
yeah,
makes it complicated when you compare that to the other one, to the House of Dragons. Like you said, the language is much easier in the
yeah,
House of Dragons. You understand
yeah,
things,
yeah. Yeah.
but this other one, they say,
House of Dragons is like
Lord.
walking into a whorehouse. It's pretty easy to understand.
That's a good analogy there. Actually, an episode comes tonight, so actually, that I'll probably be watching the new episode that comes tonight of House of the Dragon. When I finish here with the live. But anyway, this was fun. I'm glad all you guys joined me here, and definitely I was really glad that you accepted to join here, Phil, and give us you. I've really enjoyed talking with you a lot. This has been fun. You see, we didn't have to talk about
Um,
sports at all.
yeah, I enjoyed popping in. It was an honor to be here. And actually, I told you I was talking with Robert just before this. We were just doing a live one-on-one chat. But Robert was telling me, he has like 3, 4 people he considers friends, and you were number one on that list.
Oh wow! Well, I'm honored to hear that. From the beginning, he sent me something. It was when I sent some stuff to Hobbiton Piper when he was starting out. Now Hobbiton Piper has way more subscribers that I have. But when we were starting out, I sent him something. I'll never forget. Robert sent me an email and said, "Thank you for sending this to Kevin. You made him happy, whatever." And ever since then, I mean, Robert is a great guy. Robert is a
Yeah,
great guy. Kevin is too. I mean, there's a lot of great guys here, but it was interesting that it came from him to thank me for that, and definitely a good guy. You know if he's going to Vegas? Is he one of the ones going to Vegas?
he was trying, and he said he couldn't guarantee. He thought he was, but it turns out he's not going to be able to. He's saving for an anniversary trip.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, yeah, it's again, it is an expense for sure, and that hotel was not cheap. I've stayed in Vegas way cheaper than that. Actually, that was where my honeymoon was there, and
Yeah,
I
nothing in
think
Vegas is cheap.
no, I think it
Even
used to
by
be.
California prices, it's not cheap.
I know. It used to be Vegas was, you pretty much if you book one of those deals and the hotel was almost free for the price that because they just want you
Yeah,
to spend the money and gamble.
yeah.
But now it's not the way anymore. It's actually a little on the expensive side, I would say. All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Bob, Smarty Bob. I definitely thank you for being here. You were here for almost the whole thing. And Cloud Bear, I hope to see you in Vegas. You gotta hit us up there so you can join Phil and me and Jose and everybody. And
And
Sam, I know you were here earlier, and anybody else that was here. Thank you for being with us. And Boris, really appreciate you guys. And I'll try to be here, like I said, probably at night or in the mornings. And I don't have a set time. I just, whenever I can, just kind of have a little time. And all I want to do is smoke with you guys and talk. And like I said, we can talk about anything. It's okay. It's fun. Good
I
night.
like that. Good
Good
night,
night, Phil.
hermano.
Appreciate it. All right.
Buenas
Bye bye,
noches,
guys.
compadre.
Buenas noches. Yes.